John Foster may have finished in second place on American Idol Season 23, but in the months that have passed since the conclusion of the program, he has demonstrated that the runner-ups can occasionally write the most motivational stories of all contestants. The artistic career of Foster, who is only 19 years old, has advanced at a lightning-fast pace. He has gone from performing at small-town fairs to gracing the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, from debuting poignant original songs to commemorating the timeless titans who established country music. Moreover, his most recent performance, which is a heartfelt rendition of Keith Whitley's famous song Don't Close Your Eyes from 1988, serves to remind fans of the reasons they fell in love with him on American Idol in the first place. Returning to his first country roots, fans were immediately brought back to the initial moments of John Foster's journey on American Idol when he uploaded his new cover video on Instagram. They were transported back to his audition room, where his humble charm, real emotion, and deep voice turned heads the moment he sang his first note. They were Alan Jackson and Conway Twitty who served as his sources of inspiration back then. At this moment, it is Keith Whitley. Foster appeared to be the epitome of a traditional country troubadour as he sat in a chamber with dim lighting and balanced his guitar on his knee. There were no stage lighting, no elaborate production, and no expensive filters used in the film. It was not spectacular. All that is required is John, a guitar, and a song that has been ingrained in the hearts of fans for many years. He captioned the video with the following: "I apologize for the poor quality of the video, but I thought it had been long enough since I posted a good old country gold cover." This uncomplicated and sincere caption was exactly what Foster was all about. He was humble, genuine, and centered his attention on the music rather than the spotlight. There is a timeless song and a timeless voice. As soon as Foster started singing Don't Close Your Eyes, it became immediately apparent that he was not only covering Whitley's song, rather, he was engaging in a conversation with him. Whitley's sound was originally characterized by a haunting warmth and honesty, and his voice carried that exact same quality. Amber whiskey was the flavor that rolled out like the notes. It was leisurely, silky, and full of yearning. He was able to catch every ounce of Whitley's heartbreaking vulnerability with his rich and silky tone, while also adding the youthful tenderness that is characteristic of Foster's music and makes it distinctively his own. The video clip quickly became extremely popular among country music lovers. An overwhelming number of comments were received. "To put it simply, John, this is my all-time favorite song by Keith Whitley. You are really skilled at it. It is something that I will be listening to over and over again." An additional supporter added, "I could listen to you for hours on end. Every time I hear you speak, I find myself unable to hold back the tears. You have an incredible lot of talent and are an incredible person. Never alter your behavior." It was the kind of reaction that Whitley himself could have enjoyed. It was evidence that the soul of traditional country music still has a heartbeat in the year 2025, and that heartbeat can very well belong to John Foster. From the stage of American Idol to the Opry. Since the conclusion of his time on American Idol in May, Foster has not slowed down for a single second. In contrast to the majority of participants, who give themselves some time to find their post-show rhythm, he went on the road almost immediately and played consecutive gigs all over the United States. When it happened, it was one of the most prestigious distinctions that a young country musician could ever hope to achieve, performing on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. For Foster, appearing at the Opry was more than just another concert. It was a celebration of his return to the very essence of the musical genre that he had grown up loving. After some time had passed, he referred to the event as the moment it all hit me, because this is real. The poignant ballad, Tell That Angel I Love Her, that Foster performed that night reportedly brought the house down, according to the fans who were present at the concert. Using a combination of traditional narrative techniques and modern sensibilities, he demonstrated that the future generation of country music has more heart than ever before. The announcement of the tour bust will be a significant step forward. When Foster returned to Instagram at the beginning of November, he posted a significant update about his career, which demonstrated that he is committed to seeing it through to the end. "Hey everyone, it's John Foster, and I have some very exciting news for you," he said in a video greeting. standing proudly next to his brand new tour bus. "I have some very exciting news for you. Because of you, I was able to take a significant step forward in my musical journey by purchasing a tour bus. As a result, we will be able to go to more cities and meet more people. All of this is made possible because of you." The expression of happiness on his face conveyed the entire message. It was more than just a buy, it was a significant achievement. The bus represented the same kind of grassroots effort that is responsible for the rise to fame of country music giants such as George Strait, Reba McEntire, and Garth Brooks. It was a symbol of both freedom and desire. That is a significant accomplishment for a young man of 19 years old who hails from a rural community in the United States. It means that he will have more opportunities to share his narrative, one level at a time, as well as that he will have more fans. Why he became a famous person. His charm. What sets Foster apart from other musicians is not only his voice, rather, it is his genuineness. During his stint on American Idol, people were enthralled by his unassuming personality, which they found to be captivating. To put it simply, he was just a young man with a guitar and a passion for songs that are honest. He had no intention of becoming a famous pop singer or a viral success. The performances he gave week after week demonstrated an extraordinary emotional depth for someone of such a young age. Foster provided an authenticity that could not be faked, whether he was singing "Remember When" by Alan Jackson or performing his emotional original song, "Tell That Angel I Love Her." And now, with his most recent cover, he is demonstrating that he is able to bridge generations by introducing new fans to the classics of Keith Whitley, while simultaneously reminding older audiences of the reasons they fell in love with country music in the first place. Carrying on the traditions of Keith Whitley. A timeless ballad about heartbreak, vulnerability, and the want to be fully seen, "Don't Close Your Eyes" by Keith Whitley is not simply another popular country love song. Rather, it is a song that has stood the test of time. The song, which was initially released in 1988, went on to become one of Whitley's most famous singles, reaching the top spot on the Billboard Country Songs list and establishing his status as a master of emotionally engaging storytelling. The selection of that particular song was more than just a tribute for John Foster, it was a statement. Foster has stated on numerous occasions in interviews that he spent his childhood listening to his father's old country records, which included songs by Whitley, George Jones, and Randy Travis. His artistic philosophy was formed not only by his voice, but also by the influences he was exposed to. On an episode of American Idol, he once stated, "I want to make people feel something." This cover is a perfect example of what he succeeded in doing. His delivery was not one of mimicry, rather it was one of reverence when he spoke. Someone who understood what Whitley meant when he said, "Don't close your eyes, let it be me." He sang it as if he was someone who understood them. An up-and-coming star with an ancient soul. The profound connection that John Foster has to the origins of country music is what sets him apart from a great number of other young singers. On the contrary, he is resurrecting traditions rather than following trends. His sound, which is characterized by twang, steel guitar, and emotive narrative, evokes a sense of nostalgia that is very much in tune with the contemporary world, which is dominated by pop music. Despite this, his artistic production has a contemporary sheen to it. Using songs such as "Tell That Angel I Love Her," he demonstrates that he is not afraid to combine traditional sounds with contemporary words, so demonstrating that he is not scared to merge the classic with the contemporary. People who are well-versed in the industry are already referring to him as the next great voice of country. A number of people even assert that he is following in the footsteps of Chris Stapleton, who is another musician who established a career by being faithful to the genre's origins, but simultaneously advancing it. Fans couldn't get enough of it. Foster's cover has received an astounding amount of positive feedback. The video has been shared by country radio DJs, and fans are encouraging him to release an album consisting only of famous versions performed in an acoustic format. A single response encapsulated the essence of the situation perfectly. "You are the voice that country music has been waiting for, pure, honest, and full of heart. Every time I hear you sing, it reminds me of what country music used to be," wrote another person under the same title. I am grateful that you have brought it back." These are strong words, and they carry the weight of a movement with them everywhere they go. The reason for this is that in a time when country music occasionally flirts too much with pop production, Foster's return to sincere simplicity feels like a breath of fresh air. A glance towards the future. The road is wide open. It is becoming increasingly clear that the year 2025 will be a pivotal one for John Foster, since he has a tour bus, a growing fan base, and a series of appearances scheduled. New songs that he is working on have been hinted at, and they are songs that are inspired by life on the road, love that has been lost and found, and the quiet moments that occur between gigs when it is just him and his guitar. Fans should anticipate a sound that is faithful to his roots while displaying maturity that is above his years, if his cover of Whitley is any indicator. For the time being, however, he is satisfied to continue doing what he enjoys doing, which is singing the songs that had a significant impact on him, interacting with people all over the country, and paying tribute to the musicians who came before him. There is still a spirit of country alive. John Foster's narrative is not simply about celebrity. Rather, it is about leaving a legacy for future generations. He has performed on stages in little towns, on national television, and now on his own cross-country tours. He is slowly but surely constructing something that will last. His rendition of "Don't Close Your Eyes" was more than just an homage to the past. It was a bridge between the past and the present, between classic and modern music, and between generations of country music fans who find solace in a voice that is both familiar and fresh. As the last notes of his performance of Keith Whitley died away, one reality became abundantly clear. John Foster is not simply singing songs, rather, he is preserving the essence of country music.